Your boy Luke Uchiha here, and today we're with the part three of what if Deku had all for one. Let's get it. So, what kind of intro? You know what? Never mind. So he was. You remember we left off at when he was sitting in class. Doing his thing. So when he was sitting in class, Ida walked up to him and he said, "You are a better student than me. I couldn't even figure out the secret point system." And Deku said, and he said, so he said, "Nah, it was just a mistake. I just wanted to help people." And Kirishima just walked up to him and said, "That was real manly, dude." you know, like Hiroshima, and then Naraka walked up to him, and she said, "I could never forget that white hair." So that basically happens, and mm, you know, um, the thing got to happen. Um, Aizawa just walks in, you know, and he says, and then Mineta says, "Is that a yellow caterpillar?" So everyone just turns around, sees Aizawa, and they're confused and scared a little bit. But then the supposed yellow caterpillar turns around, then they see a face, and they calm down a little bit, and he unzips the zipper for his sleeping bag. He says it took you all exactly 8 seconds to shut up. We're gonna have to work on that. So basically, what happens is, they then Aizawa says, put on these gym uniforms and meet me at training ground A. Araka asks the same question, and Aizawa's only answer is, "This is my own classroom. So it's my classroom, my rules." So he says that, walks out, and then everyone just goes to the locker rooms and does the thing. And Mineta tries to peep on the girls, but Deku stops him by shocking his purple balls, on his head, by shocking him a little bit, and he was kind of scared. So like he went back, thinking that the girls were gonna fight back. So you know, so that happens. So basically, then after that, they go to training ground A, and Aizawa gets Deku a ball and says, "Throw this." And what was your score in middle school? Uh, and Deku basically says it was 3 meters. I'm gonna say, okay. And then Aizawa says, "Now throw it with your quirk." So he throws it with his quirk, and he gets 1,000 meters. And Bakugo would know by this time that Deku was the Deku. So basically, so he says, "You nerd, how did you get a quirk? This is too powerful for you." And then Deku says, "I was just a late bloomer, Bakugo." And Bakugo was taken aback by this, because Deku would always call him Kachan. So yeah, that happens. So basically, what happens is that, Mina says, "Oh, we can use our quirks. This is gonna be fun." And Aizawa got to pull out with that. If whoever's in last place gotta go. You know what? Gots to go. They gots to go. Say bye bye to the person in last place. So they were kind of scared at this point, you know, scared. So yeah, that happens, and how am I gonna do this now? Okay, so basically Deku aces everything, and I'm gonna say Todoroki gets second place, um, and Bakugo gets third place, and the rest gets the same. And Mineta, he gets last place, but as I was puts up a fake smile, that creepy smile, and says, "I was just kidding, everyone." So everyone was like, "You almost gave us a heart attack. We worked so hard." So yeah, that pretty much happens. So Mineta is like on his last string. Like he's like, if I do anything wrong, I'm probably gonna get expelled. So he's not gonna be like a pervert, but he's gonna be like the one that brings the comedy to the group. So yeah. So they do the hero versus villains, and everything goes the same except for the Bakugo versus Deku one. Yeah. So basically, Deku takes his quirk and then shoots a tiny explosion at him, but it hurts like 50% of All Might's smash. So and then he gives it back instantly. Like he does that within a second. That's how mastered he is at it. You know, and so that happens. So that happens, and he beats up Bakugo, and everyone saw that he was just slapping Bakugo. To everyone else's eyes, he was just slapping Bakugo, but in his eyes, he was basically using his own quirk against him. So yeah, um, and they go in Uraka and Deku go up to the bomb. You know, they see Ida, and like Ida's trying to like intimidate them by like picking up the bomb, and that's where he did something wrong, and I'm gonna say that I'm gonna say that it was a kind of damp room, like it was kind of wet. So that happens, and Deku basically says to Araka, "Float up," and then she does, and then Deku just electrocutes the floor enough to not enough to kill someone, but enough to like make them faint and then like mentally scar them a little bit. So that's how they won, you know, a regular old Deku's smartness. And then they have the USJ, they are on the bus just talking like, "Oh, what's your quirk? How's your day?" or something like that. They're just talking about their quirks, you know. Um, so Froppy was talking about her frog quirk, and they were basically talking about like what the consequences are if they use their quirk too much or something about that if they push themselves. And then Deku says, I haven't learned what my drawback is yet. So, um, but my quirk basically allows me to manipulate electricity in any way." And then Denki comes in and says, basically, sort of like my quirk, but a little bit more better. And then Deku cuts in saying, "Well, kind of yes, but kind of no. You can only contain lightning in your body, and if you shoot it out, then you get dumb, right?" "Yeah, no, mine doesn't work like that. I haven't reached the limit yet." "If I shoot it out, it's probably gonna like put a tiny strain on my fingers, like make them numb a little bit. But like other than that, there's no real drawback to them that haven't hit yet." So they go to the USJ. They're inside, and I would say 18 explains everything. I think it's 18. Correct me in the comments if I'm wrong. Um, and so basically, 18 is explaining, right? And I'm gonna say that when they're explaining, Deku's sensing something from the middle of UA, so he's saying in his mind, "Oh crap, there might be something wrong in the center of it. Maybe there's like a trap in the middle that we should, or maybe there's something there that we should probably get." Or maybe something bad is gonna happen. He doesn't know. All he knows that his senses are telling him watch out for the middle. So that happens, and the heroes come in, and yeah, that basically. I mean, the villains come in, and then through the portal, like normal. So basically, that happens. So then Deku basically telling everyone to get back, and he'll handle this with Aizawa, but Aizawa's like not having any of this. So once Deku tries to run towards them, he just grabs Deku and throws him back and starts fighting them. So Deku feels a little betrayed, but he starts running and he jumps towards the Nomu, and he's about to punch him. And then right when he was trying to punch him, the Nomu catches his fist, and this is where I'm gonna leave it off here at a cliffhanger. Thank you for watching, and this is Luke Uchiha here, out.